just like stuck with me. LG Bright, big shout out to you. And also Jenna, thank you for taking us on this amazing trip to Colorado Springs. Yeah, super super cool.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Chicks in Charge. We are all cracking up right now because we just did about 15 minutes worth of episode without ever hitting record. So, you know what? There's a first time for everything. And you know what? We made it almost 13 months before the first time. So I ain't mad about it. So without further ado, let's go into this weird episode. We are at Women in Automotive Conference 2024. You may recognize this beautiful face behind me. This is Jenna Smith, and she has been on the show before with her husband, Casey, on our... That was cool. Hearts just flew across the screen. I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to hold the mic. Oh, I did. So, yeah, welcome to the... Okay. So Jenna and her husband Casey were on our Valentine's Day episode back in February, and we had the pleasure of meeting with her again at this conference, and she's doing something really amazing here. And I want her to tell you about it.
Yes.
Jenna.
So I'm here representing Northwood University, and this year I've brought 3 college students with me. We are talking about all the programs that are available if you're investigating that, higher education. But we're also here promoting the Full Tank Automotive Camp and the Northwood International Auto Show, which are both student-led programs. We have advisory boards. Myself, Professor Bright, and Professor Jen Patton are on the advisory boards. And it's really just to help young people get involved and dip their toes into the automotive industry. So Full Tank Automotive Camp really reaches for that younger group. So if you're looking at 8th graders that are just completing their 8th grade year and going into their freshman year of high school, that's going to be where we start with them at Full Tank Automotive Camp all the way up through graduating seniors. So if you just graduated high school this spring, we did extend the registration deadline. It's a week-long camp that we put on at Northwood, and they get to live on campus like college students, and we take them to do all the cool, fun stuff. We've got plans this year for the Automotive Hall of Fame and to go to the GM Rensen, because this is generously sponsored by General Motors. And we have some other cool things that they do, like dealership tours. And so often people think, like, if I'm going to get in the automotive industry, I'm going to wrench on cars, I'm going to build cars, or I'm going to sell them, and not know all the things. You could be in media, you could be in graphic design, you could be in accounting. There's so many different spots for people in automotive. And so what we want to do is really, through experiential learning, not lectures, take them to get some hands-on experience in the field around Michigan, show them all the cool things about automotive, and get them passionate about the auto industry. So that's kind of where it starts. And then should they choose a path at Northwood University, they can get involved with the Northwood International Auto Show. And I'll save that part for the students to chat a little bit more about.
Do you know if there's any... and this, I'm totally thinking super outside the box right now, because I have a child that's about to go into 8th grade. And so thinking like next year for him, what, do you guys have an option to expand this into other regions of the country who, for people who may not have the ability to get to Michigan or have the ability to send their students up there? Oh. Is this happening across the country?
So we have talks about expansion like that, but we did have students that were in high school that came from California, that came from out of state. We had Texas. I feel like there was some New Jersey students last year. This is our 2nd year of camp. We're already talking about year 3. So I'm really excited. We have university students that are on my Camp Champ committee. So shout out to you guys out there. We couldn't do it without you. And so they are in charge of like chaperones and the fun and the logistics. And so they basically run with this whole notion of how to build camp, and then the advisory board oversees it. So we have talked about it. It has been something in discussion. Right now, it's just on the Michigan campus for Northwood University, but there is potential. I see, there's a lot of room for growth.
Somebody else would ask. So
you might as well.
I love that. All right, Jenna. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get your girls
yes,
up here.
Yes,
we are
absolutely.
so excited to introduce them.
Yes.
And I think that we decided that you guys are going to stand right behind us, and we're going to kind of turn around and
talk to you that way. This all the way through it, and he struggled through it, and I was on the floor.
It's great.
And so now
It was a dry run. You have to do a trial run. Yeah.
All right. So right now I have Bailey. This is Bailey. I have Savannah and I have Sydney, all with Northwood University. And we are so excited to hear from them today. Two of these girls are in marketing only, and one has already ventured out into the automotive space. So Savannah, go ahead. Let's talk about you venturing out into automotive right now and how the Women in Automotive Conference has helped you so far. Granted, we're only half of the first day in.
Yeah, so I got into automotive kind of randomly. I am a local student to Midland. I'm born and raised right 10 minutes away from Midland. And I was like, oh, I want to go to a college close to home. And I knew I wanted to do business. So I went on my first tour at Northwood and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this automotive thing. And I talked to the professors and it just like stuck with me. LG Bright, big shout out to you. And also Jenna, thank you for taking us on this amazing trip to Colorado Springs. Super super cool. But yeah, so I kind of found out that automotive industry, you don't really have to be a car nut to be in the auto industry. You just have to be a people person. And I am a people person. So it's super exciting. I'm into the marketing aspect. I kind of want to get into social media, possibly dealership. If I were to, I'm most interested in F&I if I were to get into the dealership. But yeah, out of this conference so far, I've just taken the notes. Confidence is key. Reach out. Don't be afraid to say yes to people and just be confident, ask for advice. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much, Savannah. Bailey, I heard that you are looking to get into more of the PR realm of things. So tell us a little bit about that and what this conference has done for you so far.
So attending this conference has opened a whole new door for me. Before this, I never thought about marketing in the automotive industry, despite going to a school that really focuses in automotive. So thank you, Professor LG Bright, for allowing us to be here. I really appreciate it. I didn't really realize before this all the opportunities that the automotive industry has to offer. So I'm really grateful that I attended. And it's an amazing feeling to be surrounded by motivated women who want you to succeed, not only in your personal life, but also in your work life. So I really have learned a lot being here. And one of the main things that I've learned while being here is that we need to be sponges. We need to take in all of the information that we can. We have another year of school left, so we have a lot to learn from all of the amazing women here.
I love that. And last but not least, I have Sydney, who has just graduated. And I want to hear a little bit from you about what this conference has done for you so far and what Northwood University has done for you, being as you just graduated.
I know, just 2 hours in, but there has been so much that I have been able to soak in. Just hearing Subi like 30 minutes ago speaking about how she has gotten involved in the automotive industry, cracking that snow globe, pushing yourself outside her comfort zone. But this just networking with women across the country, seeing how they have gotten into the automotive industry, how they have grown, gotten to where they gotten today. But no, it's been awesome. Again, thank you, LG. We would not be able to be here. Thank you, Jenna, for taking us. This trip has been amazing. But no, Northwood University, I'm also a student athlete there. So also kind of diving into that, but also being involved in the Northwood University International Auto Show is the largest outdoor student ran car show in the country. So doing that, I've been able to dive into signature events. So Kathy Gilbert's here with CDK Global. So we've been working on a Women in Automotive Roundtable events, kind of similar to this. Yay! So just talking to other women who are also interested in coming to our show to kind of get into that has been amazing.
And don't think that you just get to skip over that auto show thing just as quickly as you did, because that's a huge damn deal for those of you listening. Tell us a little bit about that. The three of you together, talk to us and tell us, what kind of teamwork went into that and how did you guys pull it off?
Yeah, so again, the auto show takes place across the whole Northwood University campus. So from team captains to for manufacturers, for dealerships, like Alfa Romeo, Ford, Chevy. Captains in that booth are all students from Northwood, and then the teams are also students, so they are able to give you full descriptions of what the cars are. We also have numerous aftermarket products too. So kind of above that is your executive board. So from marketing, finance, events, logistics, all of that is all student ran. So we plan basically as soon as the last auto show stopped in October, we have picked up full gear and are already preparing for next year.
Amazing.
So cool.
Great job, ladies. Bailey and Savannah, what did that auto show mean for you two?
I have always been a team member. So last year I was on Team GMC, and you really make a lot of connections doing it. And not only connections with people already in the business world, but connections with your peers. Northwood's such a tight knit community, and it's great to be able to connect with your peers outside of the classroom. It just goes to show how many opportunities Northwood has to offer.
Yeah, so similar to Bailey, I've been a team member, but I've also been a co-captain of Team Outdoor Sports. So yeah, it's super fun. You get to, get in contact with dealers. But for me, I did outdoor sports, so I got in contact with people that had side-by-side, snowmobiles, trailers, cool stuff like that. And you get sponsors. A great networking event for Northwood. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but so many people come on campus. We have a hotel right on our campus, and it's filled every year. It gets full. Auto show weekend is the biggest weekend for us, and it's very exciting.
I think one of the most exciting things about this conversation is that if I look back to when I came in the automotive industry 10 years ago, there was no college program really for learning anything about this other than like automotive technician. Like there was no automotive marketing in college. There was nothing. Like I walked into this with little to no knowledge of anything and just had to get on the job experience. And so when we're looking at we have positions that are open and nobody trained to take them, these colleges are thinking so far forward and preparing for this realm that we're in right now, and making sure that we aren't going to have the staffing problems that we've been experiencing, that we had after COVID, and the struggle to get high level technicians, solid marketing people who really understood the automotive industry, because regular marketing and automotive marketing, we all know, two very, very different things. And you got to speak car dog, and I mean that's the best way to put it, is speak old car dog. And here we have a group of people who are not only in it, but also working to refine it and grow it for the next generation too. And so just seeing this keep building is like one of the most exciting things I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. But Jenna, what does this mean to you to see your girls here thriving, loving every bit of it, and then hearing them tell you that the two that didn't have any interest in the automotive industry might now?
Well, I can tell you one thing's for sure. It's heartwarming. I'm a mom of a very vivacious 5-year-old daughter who will be 4th generation if she decides to get an automotive. So I'm like choking up a little bit right now. I've been wiping tears from my eyes. Like Subi did not help. Subi did not help. It was terrible. Actually, I'm over here like fanning my eyes as the board members are up on stage, and just to see like you were saying, it's one of those things where when I got in automotive, even being 3rd generation in it, I was the only female salesperson on the sales floor, and I was 18 years old. So I was also the youngest. And so to see these young women, here we are 2 decades later of my career, where I'm watching young women start and blaze their trail and blaze their path at the ages, where I was at, and I didn't have the support, and I didn't have, conferences like Women in Auto to help support me or educate me, to see the progression. Like Kathy Gilbert said today in the session, we've come a long way, but we still have some work to do. And it's so great that we have male supporters out there of this. I even think about my husband, Casey, who's Casey the auto guy. And he promotes, Jocelyn taking little videos and doing walkarounds, takes her to the dealership with him. And so, just that girl dad stuff, but all of the male supporters that are out there. And we have more males at this conference than I saw last year. And so those are advocates for us in the industry. Those dealerships out there really working on work-life balance and helping us so that way we can still be moms and have awesome careers. Even the parental support for the dads with paternity leave and things of that nature. You just see an evolution happening in our industry. It's so awesome to watch. And then to see the ladies blossom, the young ladies that I had with me last year, Brooke and Vanessa and Olivia, to see them, just level up in their paths since they went to Women in Auto with me last year. It's like a sense of pride. I'm like a happy mama bear. And I wouldn't be where I'm at if people didn't pour into me, like Professor L.G. Bright, Jen Patton, Bobby Heron, all these great women, shout out Robbie, Jennifer Briggs, these women, Eliana, they've all just poured and poured and poured into me. So I wouldn't be where I'm at. And so now pulling up a chair for the ones coming up, up the ranks is so important, and it's so vital to continue the growth.
I just have a question for the three in the back. Will we, and anybody who's listening and anybody attending future conferences, see you again at a future conference? Oh, 100%. Oh, that was I didn't even have time to get the mic back there. Unanimous yes. So guys, it took women in the automotive industry less than 4 hours to convert them. We're doing pretty good here. I gotta say, we're doing pretty good.
So great. So great.
Ladies, thank you so much for being a part of this. You guys are the future. You are the reasons why we are doing what we're doing specifically. Jenna, you are doing amazing work with these girls.
Thank you, ladies, and congrats again on 1 year. I mean, that's a big milestone. We're so happy. We're cheerleading for you guys too.
Thank you. This is the future of automotive is everything there is, and that's why we titled this the way that we did. And getting to watch you guys grow into this, and maybe getting to play a tiny little part is just about the most exciting thing ever. So thank you so much for everything you guys are doing. Absolutely.
All right, guys. I'm going to try not to mess it up. Without further ado, and world reunion, anything, be kind, because you never know what battles somebody else is facing. So whenever you go out into the world this week, remember to light it up. I'm Jess.
I'm Shasta.
That's Jenna.
Hi.
And this is
Sydney.
Bailey.
Savannah.
And we are the Chicks in Charge.
Yay, you've made it this far. And if you want to help the chicks out and add some value, make sure you subscribe right now.
Click that little red button down below. Do it. Do it now.